Tyler's stats, David de Gea's 100 Manchester United shutouts. Is Manchester United's David de Gea the fastest goalkeeper to 100 Premier League clean sheets? Has a team ever made 3 first-half substitutions before? Martin knows. The Sky Sports commentator has the answers to those questions and more in his weekly stats column, and don't forget to try his tricky teaser in the video above. Got a question for Martin? Tweet at Sky Sportspal with the hashtag #TylersTeasers and the Voice of Football could be answering your question next week. Sunday saw the first Premier League draw in 27 meetings between Manchester United and Liverpool at Old Trafford and the first at the ground in 31 clashes in all competitions since October 1991. Liverpool failed to score in a Premier League away game for the first time this season, and United failed to score at home for the third time in the league this season, Spurs and Crystal Palace being the other two, as well as Valencia, Juventus and PSG in the Champions League. However, ahead of their trip to Selhurst Park on Wednesday, United have scored in every away game in all competitions this season. Meanwhile, Jordan Henderson made his 300th Premier League career appearance and his 400th club career appearance in all competitions, and David de Gea got his 100th Premier League clean sheet and only his second at home in the Premier League this season, the other being against Palace. Liverpool have now won only once in their last 13 visits to Old Trafford in all competitions, a 3-0 victory there in March 2014, with 3 draws and 9 defeats. United are still stuck on 49 all-time home wins against Liverpool in all competitions, while they are also unbeaten in their last 11 home games against Merseyside clubs. Finally, United remain unbeaten in the Premier League under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, played 10, won 8, drawn 2, with 26 points out of 30, with the Norwegian celebrating his 46th birthday on Tuesday. I noticed David de Gea got his 100th clean sheet in the Premier League. How long did it take him, and has anybody done it faster? Tom, via email, the Spaniard earned his 100th United clean sheet in the 0-0 draw with Liverpool on Super Sunday, in his 264th top-flight appearance for the club. Of the 15 goalkeepers to reach 100 clean sheets, de Gea is not quite the fastest, with Petr Cech leading the way, having reached the milestone in just 180 games. Another reason to celebrate the career of the 36-year-old goalkeeper when he retires at the end of the season. Pepe Reina is next on 198 games, followed by Peter Schmeichel, 212 games, David Seaman, 225, Edwin van der Sar, 246, Joe Hart, 259, and then de Gea. Completing the Centurions club is Jussi Jaskelainen, who took 415 games to reach the landmark. United made 3 subs in the first half on Sunday. Has that ever happened in the Premier League? Pete Salford, we thought we would be talking about goals and drama after Super Sunday, but injuries took over at Old Trafford. United were forced into 3 substitutions before halftime as Ander Herrera, Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard came off. But it was not the first time to happen. In fact, it has happened 8 times previously, most recently in 2015 when Burnley were forced into 3 first-half subs against Newcastle in January 2015. The third and final Burnley sub came on 37 minutes that day, sooner than the 43rd on Sunday when Lingard was taken off, but there has been one occasion where a Premier League side has had to make all 3 subs within half an hour. Ryan Shawcross, Andy Wilkinson and Ricardo Fuller were all subbed off injured by Stoke in their February 2009 defeat by Sunderland, and Tony Pulis' side also ended with 10 men due to a Matthew Etherington red card. On Sunday, Liverpool were also forced into a first-half sub as Roberto Firmino went off injured for Daniel Sturridge, only the 5th time in Premier League history there have been 4 or more first-half subs. There have been 5 first-half subs just once. In their April 2006 meeting at Newcastle's St James Park, Wigan were forced to bring off Matthew Jackson, Arjun Aziu and Lee McCulloch due to injury before half-time, while Newcastle themselves took off Lee Bowyer and Shola Amiabi with knocks inside 18 minutes. Crazy game between Bournemouth and Wolves at the weekend. Have there ever been 3 or more penalties in a single Premier League game? Adam, Wolverhampton. Indeed, Bournemouth 1-1 Wolves on Saturday saw 3 penalties taken, 2 scored and 1 missed, though this has happened quite a few times before. It was the 19th time 3 or more penalties have been taken in a Premier League game, the first since West Ham's 3-1 win over Watford in April 2016. But there have been only 2 occasions in Premier League history where 4 penalties have been taken. Manchester City's 4-1 win over Tottenham in October 2014 saw Sergio Aguero score 4 goals, including 2 penalties, and miss a penalty. Roberto Soldado also missed a penalty for Spurs. In 2000, Bradford's 4-4 draw with Derby also had 4 spot kicks, 2 were scored by Craig Burley, and another missed by the Scot, while Peter Beagrie scored Bradford's penalty. Johnny Evans made his 250th Premier League appearance on Saturday. How many games have been played by Northern Irishmen and how does it compare to Wales, Scotland and Republic of Ireland? Jackie, Belfast. It may not have been a happy ending for Evans as Leicester were beaten 4-1 by Crystal Palace on Saturday, although the defender did score his side's only goal, but he became the 4th Northern Irish player to reach 250 appearances in the Premier League after Aaron Hughes, Chris Brunt and Stephen Davis. Hughes has the most of any Northern Irishman with 455 appearances, but the country trails the Republic, Scotland and Wales for English Premier League appearances. Northern Irishmen have accounted for 5,040 appearances, behind Wales with 9,690 appearances, the most coming from Ryan Giggs, 632. Next are Scotland with 12,156 appearances, with Darren Fletcher leading the way on 341, but top of the list are Republic of Ireland with 15,034 total Premier League appearances, helped by Shay Given's 451. And B, in the case of players like West Ham's Declan Rice and Aston Villa's Jack Grealish, both of who changed nationalities from the Republic of Ireland to England, then all of their appearances and minutes get moved over to their new country. Predict 6 correct scores for your chance to win £250,000.